Okay, we're live. Hello. Welcome to episode 3 of Ballyhoo. Several of us aren't here, or aren't here yet, so those that are here, just say hello.
Hello, we are here.
Yes. Hello, I am here.
That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Mike's not here because he's now busy on Monday evenings, which is a shame.
Yeah.
And Woody is not here because he's in a business meeting
Yeah.
because he's actually in the middle of his work day.
Or excuse.
Yeah. What is he, like 9 hours difference or something?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, in since last week, we were hypnotized last week, and we'd been transported back in our own memories to sitting in the blues, which I have since discovered from reading the feelies that came with the original game are the cheapest seats that are highest and furthest away from the ring, the performance arena. And so we were there for a bit at the end of last week's episode, and you can kind of move around, and it seemed like a bit of a maze, and there were hawkers hawking, stuff like random food and stuff, and new Coke and old Coke, and tofu and yogurt and granola bars, and just a bizarre assortment of stuff. And we tried to buy something, and the hawker held up fingers indicating $1.85, and like gestured for us to give it to the person next to us who would pass it through the crowd to the hawker, which we did. But then as the hawker was about to pass back whatever it was that we bought, I think it was peanuts possibly, or popcorn maybe, the crowd erupted into exhilarated ovation, and the hawker got lost in the crowd, and we never got our food. And we started off by hearing a growling and then a roaring, and then we realized that it was our own stomach. So in our kind of hypnotic fugue, we are hungry. But anyway, we kind of spent some time trying to map what was going on, and didn't get very far before our time ran out, basically. So I spent about half an hour or so at lunchtime today having a poke around and seeing if I could map it properly. And I discovered a couple of things. Like, once again, I did basically what we were already doing up to the point where something changed, and then I immediately stopped. So I haven't explored any further. One of the things that I noticed remembered is that when you start, the first thing it says is the exit is somewhere to the east and somewhere down. So it's vaguely, it's off to the east somewhere and below you. So what I discovered, if I show, let's show the map. This is where we start. So we start here at Rimshaw's, and we ask Rimshaw to hypnotize us. And then we are taken to this location here. I also discovered that the whole maze it's a 1-to-1. So it's if you go down and then up again, you end up at the same place. If you go east and then west again, you end up at the same place. It's basically mapping out the bleachers, mapping out the grandstand that we're sat in. And in fact, down and south are the same, and up and north are the same. So it tells us down and north as directions, but we can equally go south and north. It's perfectly happy with that. So we're kind of we're at the north side of the circus. And when we go down, we're sort of coming south, and when we go up, we're sort of going north. But essentially, this is what it looks like. So we start here, and we can move across the grandstand. We can go east at the top, and then east again, either in the middle or at the bottom, and then east again from the top. And when we're there, we can go down, and we end up in the wings. So it's really just a case of finding your way out of the maze. That's all it is. Also, I tried buying stuff from the hawkers, and once you've done it the first time, and it doesn't matter what you buy, you never get what it is, right? Every time you buy it, the hawker is unable to give it to you. But everything costs $1.85, and after that, you can never buy anything else. If you try to buy another thing from the hawker kind of, doesn't understand and goes off somewhere else. So it's really only that one interaction you have where you hand over $1.85 and don't get anything in return. If you don't do it at all, if you go and get hypnotized and go into this maze and go through the maze without buying anything off a hawker, the game forces you to buy something off a hawker when you enter this location. So this location, right before you can go down and out of the grandstand, it actually forces that interaction. It sort of says you decide to buy something, and then the hawker literally takes $1.85 off you, and then doesn't give you anything in return because the crowd swallows him up. Hey, Woody.
Hello. Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. You've got a much nicer weather there than we've got here. I can tell you that. We've literally just had a flood warning on our phones.
We've got very uncharacteristic nice Sunday weather, so...
Sweet.
Yeah, I think he's just gone outside of the tent, hasn't he? So he's just out looking at clowns. Okay, so what was the thing that you did that then did something? Are you going to take us around the maze?
Yes, so that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to take you to this in the wings location. In fact, I'll show you what happens. I'm going to restore, and I'm going to go back to the save game before the last one, because the save game, the last save game, I think it actually places us here. That's where we got to when we saved. But the one before that has us in Jennifer's boudoir, where we didn't really do anything. So I'll go north and north to Rimshaw's. Show ticket to Rimshaw. And then ask Rimshaw to hypnotize me. And so this is where we start. Standing room only. You're in the blue, sitting high above the arena floor. You know the exit from the grandstand to be vaguely eastward and down. All around you, the crowd is in a state of pandemonium. So this is where we start. So I'm going to go east, up, east, down, east, up, east to get to here. So east, up, and we hear a growl and then a roar. East, you realise the noise is in your stomach. South is the same as down. A hawker appears. I'm going to go east again, and then up. And now,
Do you have to stand up? I keep saying that you're sitting.
oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't follow the very first instruction, did I? Yes, so yeah, it is just east from here, isn't it? So east, up, east, down, east, north. Okay, when I go east from here, the hawker is going to take $1.85 off us. So it says, standing room only, as per usual, the paths of least resistance are down and west. Suddenly a hawker appears at the end of the row and you flag him down. The hawker can barely hear you above the crowd noise. He flashes one finger, then 8 fingers, then 5 fingers at you and gestures to pass the money through the crowd. Your $1.85 is passed from hand to hand all the way down the row. As the hawker pockets your money, he's suddenly engulfed by the crowd, which erupts into a standing ovation. The state of riot panic continues for several anxious moments. So that's it. So the game forces us to pay the money. If we now do an inventory, we have 1856 to our name. And now we can go down from this location. And this is where I stopped, okay? So it says you plough your way downward through the crowd all the way into the wings. In the wings, the big top can be entered to the north and exited to the south. To the northeast, the grandstand begins its precipitous rise. As you exhale a sigh of relief, a smallish and hairy animal inexplicably plops down upon you from the upper reaches of the big top. And if you say, look at animal, obsessed though you may be, that is no metaphorical monkey. It's a high-strung, ill-mannered and foul-smelling. Oh, it's high-strung, ill-mannered and foul-smelling.
One of the things that I thought about in the last week is that because this is essentially memory, then it is both heightened and unreliable.
Yeah. And maybe we kind of, yeah, the heightened senses are smell and sound and things like this. But also the excitement of the crowd seems excessive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the loud growling of your stomach and all this sort of thing. So.
Yeah. So this is as far as I got. This is what I did.
Okay. Now what?
Do we have the thing we just bought from the hawker?
No.
Okay.
We've only got the money that was left over. Before the hawker could pass it down, the crowd erupted.
And the monkey's on us.
It said it plops down upon you, yeah.
So maybe if we go somewhere, it'll stay with us.
Oh, look. If I do an inventory, it says you have a monkey on your back and 1656 your name. The monkey on your back vocalizes excitedly in your ear. Listen to monkey. At the moment, the monkey makes no sound. The monkey on your back nervously bounces its weight up and down.
Yeah, maybe if we just go somewhere, it'll talk to us. It'll tell us things.
Okay. So should we go north into the performance area or south out of the...
Will we, if you go north, will you end up back on the stands though?
I don't think so. I think it's northeast to the grandstand. Okay. If we go north, it says you are immediately driven out of the ring by a rousing chorus of boos.
Okay.
This is as close as we'll ever get to performing in front of an audience, like in our hypnotized state.
I was going to say, a clown mask or something.
We don't have any of those things because this isn't really happening.
No, of course. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So presumably we need to go south. Okay, connection. So we're at connection. Stretching away from a small concession stand is a long line of suckers. Now I also know from reading the feelies that suckers is what circus folk call punters.
There's one born every minute.
Mm-hmm. Stretching away from a small concession stand. I don't remember there being a concession stand here. Look at concession stand. It's just a ramshackle little stand, apparently staffed by ramshackle little people from the looks of the service everyone is getting. The monkey on your back breathes its jungle breath down your neck.
Oh, do you want to just explore? Should we just go?
Go east. Agitated by your choice of direction, the monkey steers you away from it. The monkey on your back idly grooms areas of your scalp. I'll try going south. Agitated by your choice of direction, the monkey steers you away from it. The monkey on your back breathes its jungle breath down your neck. Okay, well, let's try going...
Looks like he wants us to buy something from the concession stand, okay?
Maybe.
Breath mint, maybe.
I'm going to try going west. Yes, that's no good. The monkey on your back nervously bounces its weight up and down.
What about a drink from the water fountain?
Ah.
Maybe it's a thirsty monkey.
Look at fountain. So it says it's your standard drinking fountain with a button next to the spout. So press button. A jet of water hits you square in the eye. The monkey on your back idly grooms areas of your scalp. Drink water from fountain. No. Drink water. The sip of water is refreshing on this hot night. Give water to monkey. You're not holding the water. Yeah, there's nothing indicating that the monkey wants water.
Of course not. The monkey wants nuts.
Well, exactly, yeah. And obviously we had a chance to buy peanuts from the hawker, but there's nothing you could end up with. I did actually, another thing that I did is I did go and try and buy some peanuts, but that's exactly the same thing happened. So it's not as if we failed to buy peanuts, and it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, why would the game force us to part with some money when we need nuts for the monkey? I guess we could join the line. No. Look at suckers. You see nothing special about the long line. Talk to monkey. It screeches loudly. Search monkey. You find nothing unusual. Search stand. You find nothing unusual.
Can you go to stand?
Enter stand. Oh! Enter stand. You pass through a gauntlet of angry side glances, outright dirty looks, and verbal abuse. The concessionaire, okay, who's next? Serves somebody else, and you walk back against a stream of sadistic sneers. The monkey on your back breathes its jungle breath down your neck. And it doesn't understand join line.
You?
It won't understand Q. This is an American game. No, it doesn't understand the word
Wait
join.
in line?
Wait in line, says the North American resident. You are now standing at the tail end of the long line.
We just need to draw a translation.
Translation.
Yeah.
We could have spent a long time.
And suckers here quite often refers to lollipops. They call them suckers.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's lollipops that are standing in a queue. But yeah, I would never have said wait in line. That's a distinct Americanism. Okay, well, we're now standing at the tail end of the long line. So let's wait. Time passes. Right next to the long line, a much shorter line begins to form. This is going distinctly Eddie Izzard now. Do we...
So you're like, do we switch or do we stay? Or... Well, do you want to join the short
I mean, sure. Well, it doesn't...
Obviously, you have to join the shorter line, but you leave your aura in the other one just in case.
Exactly,
right?
yes. That's what we need to do. Leave aura here. But how do you do... I mean, I don't understand how to word it if it doesn't understand the word join.
Wait in short line.
Wait in short line. Or change line. What about that? Change line. No. Wait in short line. Absolutely insane is the answer. Okay. I don't know what's happening. I'm just going to wait, I think. Time itself, let alone the long line, has ground to an agonizing halt. Switch line. No, there's no verb in that sentence. Switch can be a verb.
Could you say move to short line?
No, that sentence isn't one I recognise. Wait in short line. The answer is fiddle-de-dee, rot, rubbish, figs.
What on earth is the parser doing?
My guess is that it recognises all of the individual words, but it just drops all the way through its, its routine, its function calls or subroutine calls. And at the bottom is a random selection of responses that mean what you've said doesn't make any sense. So it's not a sentence it doesn't recognise. It recognises the sentence, but it just thinks that it's gobbledygook.
I mean, it's not wrong.
If you can't say change line or switch line, change to short line. No, it doesn't understand change.
Right, go to or go in.
Short line. But the short line is right here.
Can we try and cut in the line?
You've got to do something to the short line.
Or push in.
Go in.
You'll have to get out of the long line first.
Oh, yeah, okay, go on.
Leave long line, you get out of the long line. Wait in short line. You're now standing at the tail end of the short line. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, no one else on the stream will have seen your gesture, Rosie. But you did this.
Wait.
Yes, wait. Ah! The face of the man ahead of you lights up as he spots something. Hey guys, it's me, Jerry, he yells to a sizable group nearby, and they approach. Okay. Look at Jerry. You see nothing interesting about Jerry. Haven't seen you turkeys in years. How the hell are you guys? They all reintroduce themselves. Hey, you clowns thirsty? Get in here. I'll buy you all a beer. You sure it's not a problem? Asked the catcher. Heck no, just scoot in right here. With both your resolve and your heaving bosom firm against the crush of interlopers, you are nevertheless forced to backpedal.
What?
Well, this is the first indication that it's recognised the gender that we selected at the beginning. And apparently we can't use our tits to stop people getting into the queue.
What's the point?
I mean, if they're not any use for that, I don't know. Okay, so this is basically a roundabout way of frustrating us. So maybe we need to stop and join the long queue again now.
Or wait again.
Time passes. Jerry continues ribbing the centre fielder. Should we wait again, or should we leave the line and join the long one? I mean, if the other one is still described as long, then it has to be longer than this one.
It does seem mad to join what is described as the long line.
Start a new line.
Yeah.
Start new line. You can't see any new line here. No, that's because...
Can we follow... Sorry, Chris, can we follow Jerry?
Well, we are following Jerry. Jerry's in our line. He's just invited an entire baseball team into it. He's now reminiscing with the second baseman. But it still says stretching away from the small concession stand are a short line and a long line of suckers. But it could be that we are now in the long line.
I was just going to say that. So if you leave line and join short line again.
Yeah.
So if I say leave long line, it says you hear an inner voice whisper, "Do I really want to forfeit my position in the long line?" To which you answer, yes. You nonchalantly walk away from the long line. The monkey on your back vocalizes excitedly in your ear. Okay, wait in short line. A lot of other people must have had the same idea as you as they virtually hemorrhage over to your chosen line, bunching in ahead of you and making it the longer line of the two.
Oh.
You notice the woman who had been next to you in the line you first entered walk away from it with an overflowing tray of goodies. For fuck's sake.
I think we're doomed to be in the long line forever.
It's one of those dreams. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we leave the monkey in one line and join the other and then come back in?
I was just going to say, can we send the monkey to the front?
Sends monkey to stand. You're not holding the monkey. A baby's cry suddenly pierces the air like a siren. If we wait, it says time itself, let alone the long line, has ground to an agonizing halt. I'm going to leave the long line and wait in the short line.
You just drop monkey.
It's the same deal. I don't think we can drop the monkey. We're not holding it. It's holding us. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna leave the long line and then wait in long line. A lot of other people must not have had the same idea as you as they flock in droves over to the short line. Steaming to the front of the line, you get a $2.25 frozen banana pushed at you and are whisked to the side before you can even count your change.
Brilliant. Well done.
Jesus.
Give the banana to
The
them.
monkey.
Okay, yes. We have a $2.25 frozen banana, a monkey on our back, and $12.81 to our name. Is that how much money we had at the beginning of the game? Is it $12.81?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Give banana to monkey. But it's too cold. Oh. The monkey doesn't seem interested in the $2.25 frozen banana. Right. Eat it. Eat banana. As the monkey on your back catches a whiff of the tangy fruit beneath the chocolate, you feel its primal heart begin to race, and on the back of your neck, its warm breath quicken. The monkey on your back nervously bounces its weight up and down. Okay, so we needed to eat the chocolate end off the banana, and now the monkey is interested. So give banana to monkey.
Did I miss the part where it told us it had chocolate on it?
Yes. It was just a frozen banana.
Right.
Yeah.
And okay.
I mean, is a chocolate coated frozen banana a common thing to buy at a concession stand in the United States of America, or in North America generally? Canadian Woody.
Yes. They wouldn't just have a banana. It would have to be covered in chocolate. So, yeah.
That is a fair point. Yeah. How could we assume that it would not have chocolate on it and just be a cold banana?
This is like the opposite of fish, isn't it? Where it was based in Britain and it was very familiar. And
Yes.
now, like we can't even stand in a queue because we don't know what it's called.
Don't know how to word it.
Yep, exactly this. But I mean, it gave us a massive clue that it was covered in chocolate because it told us it was like $2.50's worth of frozen banana.
Well, I mean, it's a closed market, isn't it? Where the hell else are we
I
gonna
know,
find
but
it?
flipping heck, for that price, you want it covered in Lindor. This is 1985 or something. That's like a $15 banana at today's prices.
From inflation.
Yeah. Okay, give banana to monkey. The human-like hand of the monkey grasps it and chomps away while clinging ever more tightly onto your back. The monkey on your back idly grooms areas of your scalp.
So does this mean that we can now leave this location because he didn't want us to leave before?
Oh, maybe. Let's try going east then. Nope. Still agitated. South. Nope. West. Nope. North. Nope. Oh, we're in the wings. One lone hawker stands waiting in the wings, taking his break. Yup, it's the same guy you encountered in the stands. He's empty-handed and his uniform resembles modern art, a besplattered canvas of condiments.
Talk to him.
Ask hawker for money. Hey, you're the one I passed the granola bar to in the grandstand. I know that's not what you ordered, but that's all I had left. Well, the guy that was sitting next to you is holding the granola for you. Okay. So he's basically arguing that he doesn't owe us anything because he gave us a granola bar, even if we never got it. And even if that's not what we actually ordered.
He's got a strong argument.
Actually, we didn't. In this game, we didn't actually try to buy anything, did we? Because you actually just exited all the way out and then were forced to give some money to the person at the end. Was that a granola? Then?
Well, I mean, I can look on scroll back. But I don't think it actually told us what it was. Yeah, suddenly a hawker appears at the end of the row and you flag him down. The hawker can barely hear you above the crowd noise. He flashes one finger, then 8, then 5 at you. Gestures to pass the money through. Yeah, it doesn't. We don't actually buy anything. There's nothing mentioned. Although logically, we can't have ordered a granola bar. He says, I know that's not what you ordered, but that's all I had left. So, yeah. But this all seems very odd, doesn't it? Because, I mean, what's the monkey doing? It's the same description. Obsessed though you may be, that is no metaphorical monkey, etc. Inventory. We just have 1281 and a monkey on our back. Listen to monkey. At the moment, the monkey makes no sound.
Can we go into the ring now that we've got a monkey?
Okay, yeah. No, we're immediately driven out of the ring by a rousing chorus of boos. Let's try going northeast. Agitated by our choice of direction, the monkey steers you away from it. Drop monkey. We're not holding it.
Could we go east from here?
No. It's northeast to the grandstand or south back out to the connection. I mean, yeah, talk to monkey, it screeches loudly. Groom monkey. I don't know the word groom. We don't seem to have benefited from feeding the monkey a banana. And our score is still 20.
And if you go south, are there still lines and things?
Yeah. Connection. if we look, it says stretching away from a small concession stand are a short line and a long line of suckers. I mean, if I join wait in long line again, it says you've lost all patience for waiting in line. Understandably. If I press the button, a sip of water is refreshing on this hot night. I don't think I can give monkey a drink, can I? I'm not holding the water.
Press button for monkey.
The sentence is not one I recognise. So the only thing we have is that we can go north and there's a lone hawker standing here. Of course, we didn't try going north when we first came out of the tent. Maybe the monkey wouldn't let us go north until we'd fed it a banana. It's possible, I guess.
It does feel a bit like we need to get rid of this monkey.
Let's ask the hawker about the monkey. Exhausted, he ignores you.
Well, we got to get the monkey off our back.
No.
Maybe we shouldn't have fed the monkey the banana. Maybe we should have thrown the banana. And the monkey might have run after it. And then we'd be free.
Interesting.
Oh, do you think we should give the banana to the hawker?
Interesting.
It's interesting.
If we try remove monkey, it says the animal darts over to your opposite shoulder, piercing your ear with a shriek. I mean, I could restore and try it again. Try that tactic. That's quick to do.
We are stuck.
Yeah. We are a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. I'm going to go back to this save, which I think is here. So I think it's south, east, north, east, south. We've got the monkey in the wings, south. We're in connection. North, we're back in the wings. Okay, so if we go north from connection, there's no hawker. So wait in line. We're now standing at the tail end of the long line. Time passes. Right next to the long line, a much shorter line begins to form. If we do nothing, we still grind to a halt. Leave line. Oh. Leave long line. Join long line. Oh. Wait in long line. Oh, okay. It just says you are now standing at the tail end of the long line. So I think we need to leave the long line and then join the short line. Wait in short line. You're now waiting in the tail end of the short line. Then they do the Jerry thing. And then we need to leave short line. Oh, that's interesting. If you say leave short line after the baseball team has joined, it says look around you. So leave long line, because that is now the long line. Do I really want to forfeit my position? Yes. You nonchalantly walk away from the long line and then wait in long line. There we go. We get the frozen banana. So if I go north to in the wings, the hawker is now there.
Do you want to save it, Chris?
Yes, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself here. There we go. So I'm going to give the hawker the banana. Hey, you're the one I passed a granola bar to in the grandstand, blah, blah, blah. It didn't do...
Do you need to
Eat it first, yeah, possibly. So if it didn't do anything last time, but now when I give the banana to the hawker, it says exhausted, he ignores you. So let's eat banana. Okay, monkey catches a whiff. Give banana to hawker. It ignores you. Drop banana. Following its jungle appetite, the monkey dismounts your back, pounces on the banana, and saunters away with it.
well done.
Okay, so now we have 1281 to our name, and we can go places without worrying about the monkey. We're still just on 20 points. And we can't go east, I guess. Oh, that's not the way you remember it. That's interesting. That's an interesting response. So we're at connection.
Do you think we need to go back and get our granola bar?
No. Oh, do you think so? I guess we could try going northeast. You forge ahead and up the steps. Huh, okay. The paths of least resistance are down and west. Where did we buy it? Okay, I remember how it's laid out. So down, down, west, north, north, west, down, down, west. Standing room only. All around you, the crowd is in a state of pandemonium. The paths of least resistance are up and east. A man in the audience suddenly hails you, tossing the $1.85 granola bar in your direction. It glances off your head, falls through the stands, and right before it hits the ground, in a cold sweat, you wake up. Hypnotist's parlour on the leather sofa.
Whoa.
The parlour with its tufted black leather sofa, softly lighted chandelier, and darkly varnished panelling strives for a subdued turn of the century motif and is purposely dimmed, thus setting the mood for conveyance, for squinting. Standing here attired in the immaculate black tuxedo is none other than Rimshaw himself. Our score's gone up to 30.
What did we get the £10 for?
It was just told us that there's a granola bar underneath the. Although, isn't that where we found the ticket?
It is.
Yeah.
Feels like that's like literally the only thing we actually learn from that. That there's a granola bar dropped somewhere.
Yes, it does feel like that. You're right. We haven't advanced our knowledge of the crime or the mission or anything, but we have escaped hypnosis. And maybe it's now.
We escaped hypnosis and got the monkey off our back because it took us almost 2 hours to get points.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we can go back and get the granola bar, and the granola bar is important later.
Aya has said granola bar for Tina.
Ooh.
Yeah, we need to feed Tina.
Feed Tina.
Okay. I'm going to save it again. I'm just going to keep a lot of saves. Through force of habit, I've numbered my save games 00 number, so I'm not expecting more than 1,000 saves.
I mean, you could actually give them a name, couldn't you? Or some kind of description.
Oh, what? That's crazy talk. And then they wouldn't be in like alphabet. They'd be in alphabetic order, and I'd get confused. I know. I'm not doing that. I'm just. Yeah, you are right though. That is true. Anyway, midway entrance, you pass through the Creaky's turnstile, north. To the northeast, the grandstand has been moved back to its original position. Northeast. Oh no. It says to the northeast, the grandstand has been moved back to its original position. So northeast is climbing up into the deserted and littered grandstands, produces a disorienting sense of déjà vu. You make a headachy descent down the steps. So we can't look under the grandstand anymore. We can go to the performance ring and there's a fiberglass pole. Well, that's disappointing. You know, gorilla suit, clown mask, ticket, a balloon, and 1281 to our name.
Did Rimshaw do all the other things that we could have had done? Did we have our palm read?
We
and
did.
stuff?
Yeah, we did.
And our head bumps or whatever.
Yeah. I think actually, yeah. Ask Rimshaw for phrenology. Unsurprisingly, Rimshaw the Incomparable doesn't oblige. We've had it already. For palm reading. Show palm to Grimshaw. With the arrogant self-satisfaction common to members of his profession, he responds, "It's been done." Damn, it just feels like no progress, doesn't it? That whole hypnosis thing.
And it said that the grandstand's been moved back to its original position. Do we have any idea of where it was in our hypnosis state?
Well, it was in its original position in our hypnosis state, and our granola bar fell through it, so it's underneath. But when we first leave and then go back in, they've moved it, and so we can go northeast behind it, and we find the ticket that lets us go through the turnstile. But now it's been moved back to its original position and we can't go behind it. We can only go up it. Unless we figure out a way of going under the tent on the other side of it.
I guess you need to have a look around all the other locations maybe and see if anything else has changed.
Midway entrance. To the west is the turnstile exit from the midway, which continues east. The side of the big top borders on the north. A soiled sagging banner beckons south. If you go north, we bump into the side wall of the big top.
Left wall?
Soiled by endless, if I say look at wall, soiled by endless miles of travel and heavily patched in places, the wide blue and white stripes nevertheless rise up to the black sky above. Lift wall. Playing in this way with the big top doesn't do anything.
Crawl under wall?
You creep under the side wall of the big top. We're under the bleachers.
Oh my god. Wow.
You're standing between the underside of the grandstand and the side wall of the big top. Not unexpectedly, the ground here is strewn with garbage. The only exit is back under the tent.
Search garbage.
Search garbage.
Recalling the precise trajectory of your fallen $1.85 granola bar, you uncover it after a brief excavation.
Wow, whoa, whoa.
You have the gorilla suit, a clown mask, a ticket, a balloon. Oh, get it. Taken. We have the granola bar. Oh my god, we're good at this.
Let's go see Tina.
Crawl under wall. Midway entrance. Midway of midway. Far end of midway. North. Oh, this is... Yes, west half of Fat Lady. We dropped the stool here. Let's just look at the bar. You see nothing special about the $1.85 granola bar. Okay, save. I'm just going to overwrite this one. Give bar to Tina. Ah, she doesn't seem to notice you with that radio in her ear. So... maybe that's not it.
Can you take it? Can you take the radio?
Oh, the fat lady is wearing a big top, and the expression on her face is sad and distant, almost Rushmorean. She appears to be holding a small radio up to her ear. Take radio. The fat lady casually passes the transistor radio over to her opposite hand. Oh.
Turn radio off.
You can't see any radio here. And we can't stand on the stool either, can we? Too rickety to support our weight.
Can we try giving her the granola bar when the radio's on the other side?
Okay. Tina is quick to confiscate the $1.85 granola bar from your hand and grinds it up without hesitation. Turning her faraway gaze slowly in your direction, she seems to notice you for the first time this evening. Genius! Genius.
Because the radio moved to the other location.
We tried to take it, she pushed it to the other side, and then...
Which is to the other, because she's in two locations, isn't she?
Yeah.
And that's why we couldn't see the radio now, because
it's in the other location. Yes, of course. It's miles away.
Yeah, she's basically like straddling two rooms or something.
Exactly. So the radio is no longer here. Just from a parser point of view, that's pretty clever. Okay. Ask Tina about Chelsea. She merely sighs wistfully, which creates a gale-force gust, and cranes her wrecking ball-sized hand over you. Cranes her wrecking ball-sized hand over to you. Okay.
Jump on the hand.
Take hand. As you take hold, the fat lady's hand becomes relaxed, its full weight now residing in your arms like a sandbag, making your knees buckle. Climb, Tina. The slope is too steep. Okay.
sit on hand or
You can't climb onto the fat lady's hand. Lift hand. Playing in this way with the fat lady's hand has no desirable effect. Time passes. You have a fat lady's hand. A gorilla suit, a clown mask, your ticket, a balloon.
Should we give her the balloon? Put the balloon in her hand?
She merely sighs wistfully, which creates a gale-force gust.
It's just because she's making a gale force gust and we have a balloon.
Huh. Yeah.
Inflate balloon?
Yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah.
No.
Have we shaken it?
Ah! Though unable to budge the fat lady's hand, your friendly intentions are nevertheless understood. The fat lady appears quite taken by your kindnesses. She clasps both her hands up to her chins and stares ahead in teary silence. We don't have her hand anymore. Ask Tina about Chelsea again. She appears oblivious once again to both sight and sound. Ask Tina about circus. No, she's oblivious. A score hasn't gone up. That's two people though. That's Tom Thumb and Tina that we've helped in some way, that are like positively disposed towards us, right?
Maybe she'll give us the radio now.
Okay, I've gone northeast. It's a long hall, the scenery changing little. Eventually you arrive at east half of Fat Lady. There is a transistor radio here. Drifting out from the radio is a jumble of static. We now have the radio.
Wow.
They got her to drop the radio when she put her hands
Of course, yeah.
to her face.
Rosie's absolutely bossing this.
How are you making any progress in this game at all? It's-
Yeah,
It's
10
hard
points.
though, because she's really sad and we've just nicked her bloody radio.
I know.
For your only entertainment.
Was she in the radio?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, adjusting the transistor radio accomplishes nothing. Drifting out from the radio is a jumble of static. Okay.
If we have the radio in the right place, we might get some information from it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, we're going to just do everything that you say now. Okay. Southwest. I'm tempted to take the stool. I think you're right that we need it for the line taming or something. But whilst we can carry things, I might as well take it. Let's look at Tina. Yeah, her description hasn't changed. That is the end of there, isn't it? So the only other place that we don't know anything about is Jenny's boudoir. Andrew Jenny is the attraction of this sideshow. He appears standoffish. She's looking bored. Well, we could give her the radio if we could tune it.
Or you could give her the balloon.
Yeah, let's give this another save.
I think the balloon is actually inflated, isn't it? Didn't we?
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't we take the balloon and it was tied to something and it was?
It's filled with helium, of course.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Can we do breathe helium from balloon or something? No. Oh, I can't spell breathe, that's why. Breathe helium.
Or inhale.
But the balloon is tied closed.
Oh, wow. Untie balloon?
You untie the end of the balloon, holding it closed. Drifting out from the radio is a jumble of static. Okay. Breathe helium. The balloon shrinks rapidly before your eyes as your chest expands and tightens. Then it slips from your grasp. With helium spitting out of it, the fink zips wildly through the air and disappears. You manage to momentarily hold the helium in your lungs.
So we also now have a possibility of making a water balloon.
True.
Surely you have to say something. You've got to speak to.
Yeah. Okay, so if we try going up, Andrew goose steps for position, blah, blah, blah. You exhale your lungs full of helium, drifting out from the radio as a jumble of static. Okay, so we've lost the chance to use it.
Okay, so we need to restore, I guess, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, there's got to be a right moment, and we have to be right in the moment, don't we?
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock, Chris.
Ah, yes. Okay. Well, I think we've solved Rimshaw and we've solved Tina. So there's just Andrew, Jenny to go in this section of the game, I think, before we can then go. I mean, obviously we're trying to get through the other turnstile or into the office potentially. But yeah, we had to do Rimshaw in order to get the granola bar so that we could do Tina to get the radio. So surely the radio, we need to use the radio to do, maybe we need the radio to do Jenny and the balloon to do Andrew. Maybe if Andrew thinks we're a woman, he'd be differently disposed. I don't know.
Breathing in the.
You are a woman.
Oh yeah, we are a woman, of course.
It's more like maybe we need the tiny man to think we're
Oh,
one of his family or something. I don't know.
that's true.
The helium for the tiny man
Yeah, you're right.
would be good.
I wonder whether Andrew, Jenny, because we have the option to be a man or a woman, we now have a possibility to interact with someone who is like half man or half woman. So if we were the man, maybe we need to do something with the woman or vice versa.
Well, yeah, so if you try and go up, it's Andrew that blocks us from going up. But if we were a man, maybe Jenny would block us. I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, anyway, we're going to have to explore this next time
All right.
because we're out of time. But that was awesome. Cheers, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed it. Bye.
Bye.